What's happening? I'm N64 Josh. This is another Nintendo News Minute for Thursday, May 28th. Here we go. We're at NintendoEverything.com, and we're going to be talking about what Amazon France did. They list mysterious Switch SKUs from Warner Brothers, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Capcom, and Take-Two. Now, I'm recording this live on twitch.tv/N64Josh. I got chat right here with me, and we're going to talk about what we think these games are. So there was no specifics. They just showed the company and the number of games that are coming out. So Warner Brothers has a Nintendo Switch game and an Xbox game coming out. They also have a Switch game, PS4 game, and Xbox One game. So Warner Brothers, I think about Warner Brothers, I think about games like Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, maybe a Lord of the Rings game, possibly. Also, Batman games. You have, the Arkham games, maybe something new there, right? So I don't know. I know firsthand that Warner Brothers is working on a medieval style game right now. That would make me think Lord of the Rings, but I'm not real sure exactly if can these will the Shadows of War or Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor or a game like that run on the Switch? I don't know. I don't know there. So that's where I'm leaning. Chat saying they love Batman, right? Of course. Yeah. So the next up is Square Enix. They have 2 Switch SKUs exclusively. 2 to the Switch. All right. Square Enix. So could one of these be the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles that Nintendo just tweeted out today? I believe it has a release date in August. Possibly. Is there another Final Fantasy game? I don't know who's publishing Bravely Default. I don't know if Nintendo's publishing that or if Square's publishing it. So that could be one. Brit in chat is saying there's a rumor of Kingdom Hearts. So maybe Kingdom Hearts making its way over to the Switch, which I mean would make sense. And chat is saying, or Wave Tsunami in chat saying has to be Crystal Chronicles, right? So maybe, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, let me know, what do you think these games are? It's just kind of fun to speculate. That's all we're doing right now. And just to be clear also that Amazon France there's been times that they have not been correct. They've put up SKUs that actually never came into fruition. So just keep that in mind. All right. Always, rumors, leaks, always the grain of salt. Just take it with a grain of salt. Ubisoft, Switch, Xbox, PS4, also just Switch and Xbox. So again, what's interesting about some of these is like I keep expecting to see another Mario plus Rabbids, something like that, which would be a Switch exclusive, and that's not the case here. We're getting Switch and Xbox, and we're getting Switch, Xbox, and PS4. So I don't know. Is Starlink getting a sequel? I highly doubt it. Is it the Assassin's Creed game with the Vikings? Is that going to be on Switch? I don't know. Are there going to be some more remakes hitting the Switch and Xbox and PS4? it's the way these games are coming out that kind of throw a monkey wrench into everything, right? I could see Ubisoft grabbing some older games and throwing them, exclusively on Switch, but not on Switch and Xbox. So I'm at a little bit of a loss here trying to figure out what some of these would be. It's cool. It'll keep us guessing. Yeah, who knows? We just don't know. We don't know. So next up is Wave Tsunami says, is Ubisoft the ones that did Watch Dogs? Yes, they are. They are. So Bethesda has a Switch and PS4. Bethesda has a Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. And then they also have just a Switch. So the major assumption here is that the single Switch SKU is for Doom Eternal. What about the other two? Pitt is asking, what about Gods and Monsters from Ubisoft? That's a good guess, possibly. That could definitely happen. What are these Bethesda titles, and why is the Switch and PS4 getting a title or getting a game, and Xbox isn't? But then there's another game that is coming out on all three. These are very, very confusing. So, and maybe they're inaccurate. That could be too. Maybe they're inaccurate. There is a new Elder Scrolls game coming out, but I can't imagine that being out for quite some time. Like, it's going to be quite some time before that game comes out, and it coming out on Switch day and date, a game that big, unless they're going to be running it through cloud, I don't see it making its way to the Switch. Maybe maybe Oblivion's getting a HD remake. Maybe they're gonna go back to an older Elder Scrolls game like Oblivion and just and that's what we get this year. We don't know of much else coming from them, so I don't. We're just guessing and speculating at this point. Again, hopefully it's something new, but I feel like last E3 they didn't. I mean, they were the one of the showcases that I actually sat in, and a lot of it seemed like they were just making up for what had gone wrong with Fallout, and they showed off Elder Scrolls, what is it, 6, I guess. So yeah, I'm not really sure. So your guys' guesses are as good as mine. Capcom, Nintendo Switch exclusive. So Capcom Nintendo Switch exclusive. What are we gonna see there? Another Monster Hunter game. That's what chat's saying. Steels and Gaming saying Monster Hunter. That, I mean, as of right now, all we have on the Switch for Monster Hunter is a port. And these games always sell very well. Monster Hunter's always done well on the 3DS. I don't know, I don't have the numbers in front of me for what it did on the Switch, but I think it did fairly well. And it's a great series. So, and we do know that Nintendo told third parties, hey guys, start making your announcements. We're not doing a direct for June. So this is the 20-year anniversary for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm just curious on where all that licensing would be with that. So that's what I'm wondering. So, and then Take Two, 3 SKUs, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. So I'm seeing some remasters of the Bully. Is that maybe we're getting Table Tennis 2, maybe? Of course, I'm kidding. GTA Vice City, San Andreas, maybe? It could be. a remake of Bully, or a sequel to Bully? Is that what we're talking about? I gotta scroll up to see a new Bully game where he goes to college. Okay. Steals and Gaming says Duke Nukem. Maybe. Yeah, again, your guess is as good as mine, but we're seeing a number, like almost every one of these companies, except for one from Bethesda and two from Square Enix, are coming out according to we're just speculating, but they're going to come out day and date, and these are Switch and Xbox games together. Now, Take-Two, what they did what? LA Noire was a remaster that came out on everything. So, someone says a new GTA game. I just can't imagine that being on Switch. Pitt says Take-Two KSP. That one I'm not sure. You tell me what KSP is off the top of my head. I'm blanking. So, Kerbal Space Program, right, which is that's going to be Private Division, which is a Take-Two company. So that could be that game also. Hey, Wheatbread says Manhunt 3. So there you go. Again, grain of salt. We don't know if any of this is even accurate, but we're getting close to June, where a lot of announcements were going to be made. You can expect that we're going to start seeing more of these announcements in the very near future. So who knows? Your guess is as good as mine on what some of these are, and it's just fun to speculate. So let me know in the comments below what you think some of these games are, and remember to subscribe. We do this live on twitch.tv/N64Josh if you want to come hang out, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.